it. She coined a career. And the fact that she could do this and still have some fun and joy, and nobody's taking it serious. There's no ego attached to this.
None.
She's just having fun.
No, I just get up there and dance.
And
all you haters, get ready to hate because I look fabulous.
at a time in her life when she can do it, why not?
I've got nothing tying me down. I've got a great husband. He does everything for me. He just follows me around. And
he's outside washing her car right now as we speak.
He's not washing the car.
I was going to say, I mean, where do I, but between the two of you, I mean, come on, I'm like a single girl over here. Like you guys
are. Visit us, David. We'll get you hooked up.
Do you need someone?
I wouldn't mind taking.
Find one on the tour.
You listen, I mean.
Come to my show and I will introduce you to the hottest hottie within reach.
Oh yeah, and don't forget there's going to be casting involved in this.
Oh yeah.
So there'll be some choreography thrown in. We're going to have the hot of the hot. You think when Janice had the modeling agency
TV show, I made them all drop trowel.
We're going to be dropping trowel on
Snap.
stage.
They've got to have it. They've had to be cut.
Hot guys.
Cut.
We need cut guys. Well, listen, you mentioned all the haters. Like you make headlines all the time. Like does it ever bother you when you see all these hate? No.
Cases paparazzi.
No, my son said, "Mom, when you go into a room, the paparazzi run from you." You know, he's like really funny. I'm just like, "Thank you, son. Thank you."
It doesn't bother you. No, I mean, that's right. I think people are too concerned about these. You know, you see all these people getting bent out of shape these days. It's
why? You should welcome the haters and welcome the paparazzi and welcome people of all beings and all types. You know, I mean, it takes a lot to hate. You know, I'm there to give them fodder for their hate.
Listen, Joan Collins said it best. She said, "I'd much rather be hated by millions and adored by thousands."
Thank you. And she's an icon, Joan Collins.
She is an icon, but you are an icon too.
Thank you.
You are an icon.
Wrinkle on her face.
No.
I'm starting to get them wrong.
She only tans from the neck down.
Both of you have no wrinkles anywhere.
Oh.
No, we don't.
The tape is working.
The tape is working. Well, listen, the last time you were both here, we talked about a lot of things. We talked about Gigi and Kendall and Bella and Janice. You said we had a few headlines that came out of that interview. You said you didn't think that they were supermodels and nothing.
Now I'm going to change my mind. Janice changes her mind. They have proven to me that they have longevity. Because when I saw a picture of Gigi Hadid the other day with her hair all pulled back tight, bald, and then they plopped a wig on her bald head and it was all bald up the side and kind of like balding eyebrows. She looked alien-esque and I really appreciated what went into that photo shoot. She looked amazing. And it takes this type of love for being in front of the camera to portray being an alien. And her sister's always ethereal. Bella's a sister. Mm-hmm. Bella's just Bella. She gets hired like every hour of the day and night for being fabulous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
And Kendall, like they're all working, right? They're working regularly.
Even to Janice, finally, that they have a longevity. So congratulations, girls. You've made your mark in the industry. What
about Lisa Rinna's ding dongs? Are they still working?
They're not supermodels.
Well, they don't tell her that.
Well, they're not. Neither is she.
Delilah Bell and Amelia Gray, they are her offspring and they are working.
Well, they have a handsome father. That handsome father.
They have a handsome father, so you don't think they're as good as the others?
No, they're not even close.
No, they don't come close to Gigi Hadid.
And why do you say Lisa Rinna is a ding dong?
No, I said the ding dongs, the two daughters. I call them ding and dong.
Ding and dong. No, it's about, we like what she does. We like what she does.
They're Beverly Hills kids. I grew up with those
let me give you a story. She used to be my neighbor. This is true.
Ding dongs.
Living up, on top of Mulholland. And, she'd drive by me, once or twice a week. And I'd say, "Hi, Lisa." I never invited her in. My house was like always messy. If she was up the street, she never invited me to her house either for a cup of coffee or a shot or two of tequila.
Well, we saw her at Leah Black's party.
But wait a minute, she dissed me. She wouldn't even come up to me and say hello. I was like, "Hi, Lisa." I went up to her and say hi, just be like friendly. And she was like, with her lips. First the lips came out.
She was never nice to you?
He
No.
was not nice. And I was saying,
Convinced.
no, you can't be like that with me because this will follow you forever. Just like Julie Andrews wasn't nice to me once. For sure.
You told that story last time too.
Yeah, and I still stand by it. She can't get a guy now in her 80s. Ha ha ha.
And you're happily married and Joey's happily married.
Oh yeah.
8 years.
Wow. What about, do you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
No.
You watch it, Joey.
I do love Lisa Vanderpump.
I watch a little bit. Lisa's great.
Lisa's fabulous.
We had dinner with her not so long
We
ago.
see her at the Pump restaurants in West Hollywood, California, and we see her always dressed to the nines with that little dog and that husband. So fabulous, really. Cocktail rings on every finger.
I was just in New Jersey before the Hamptons. I stayed with Dr. David, Dolores's ex.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Very
he's
fun.
we're very close with Dr. David. And of course, Dolores is still my pal. So
We love Dr. David.
Joey has
Margaret
thousands
and-
of socialite friends.
You really do, Joey.
He does.
I
have-
mean, well, you're friends with Joan Collins and Janice Dickinson, so that's as good as it gets, as far as I'm concerned.
Doris
What more
Roberts
can I
used to
say?
come over all the time. Doris Roberts, don't step on me. She used to come into this house and she would just sit down and she said, Joey would ask her, what would you like? She goes, you know what I like. I like the champagne and the fluke. Because he would have plastic cups for everyone else, but
never.
Doris would come out with the champagne Cristal fluke.
Yeah, she would. Dom Perignon, that was her champagne. I'd always
And
keep a whole bottle in.
I've been to one of your dinner parties, Joey, so I know you know how to throw a great dinner
Joey
party.
can cook, believe
could.
me.
Well, thank you.
What about you, Janice? I mean, you've done so much reality TV. Would you ever consider joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Do you
Oh,
know?
they couldn't handle me. They couldn't handle me. I would have them shrink in less than between a time a leaf falls from a tree. They would shake and quiver. You know, I could mark them and get them where they breathe. And you know what? They're all easy. They're easy shots, but they pretend to be so uppity. And they're not uppity. They're just hags. Beverly Hills hags. They're hags of
The real
Beverly
hags
Hills.
of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Well, maybe that could be a new show.
Andy Cohen doesn't
We
like
should be the
me.
fag hags of
I
Beverly
scare
Hills.
Andy Cohen for some reason.
Why?
I don't
Why do
know.
you say that?
I once went up to Andy Cohen to pitch a late night talk show. And as soon as I left and he took the idea, he ran with it and did late night with Andy Cohen. So Andy, I have a bone to pick with you. That was my idea.
Where did you pitch this to him?
Him up at Bravo Studios in New York City. I went in there pitching I wanted my own late night talk show, and he was the head of the network. So he's not letting anybody get in there, even the tacky housewives. Never, never, never.
You would have been good with a late night talk show on Bravo.
Oh, hell yes.
She still would be, but you know.
Hell
bravo.
yes.
And then what? Like right
Now
after
I'm
that?
making an album. It's much more fun to be in the gay underground, trust me, and still be out there fabulous. Look at it all, the twinks